Kereisos Daf Chav Beis. The milk of a woman is completely kosher. I would think I have a kavachomer. If a tamei animal doesn't have hilchas nida, yet its milk is tamei, a woman who has hilchas nida, her milk should be tamei. Therefore, the Gemara brings a pasuk, B'zeh lochem hatamei, her milk is kosher. In general, if one wants to eat a heart of an animal, he has to rip it open and squeeze out the blood. However, by a bird, since its heart is so small, the amount of blood that's absorbed in the heart is not enough to be mechayivim kares. So if he doesn't cut it open and squeeze it out, he's not over on kares. However, a larger animal, the blood absorbed in the walls of the heart are not mechayivim kares, but the blood that's in the chambers of the heart are mechayivim kares, because the Gemara says that's considered dam nefesh. Why? Because the blood from the area of the shechita, during the shechita, the animal is scared and it brings the blood to its heart. The Gemara says that there's actually 5 stages of blood when it comes to bloodletting. Machlekes Rishonim, but Tosfos say it's the same 5 stages that we have by shechita. The first stage is a black trickle. The second stage is a red trickle. The third stage is a forceful red blood. The fourth stage is a red trickle, and finally the 5th stage is dam hatamtzis, which is a black trickle, which comes out once the animal is dead. The first stage, according to everybody, is not called dam nefesh, you're not chayiv kares. The third stage, according to everybody, is dam nefesh, it comes out forcefully, and therefore you're chayiv kares. There's a machlokes between Rabbi Yochanan and Rish Lakish on stage 2 and stage 4, which is a red trickle. The Mishnah brings Rabbi Yehuda that says that even the dam hatamtzis, the 5th stage, you're also chayiv kares if you're to eat it. According to everybody, a korban, the hazah, the sprinkling on the mizbeach, must be done dafka with dam nefesh, because it says in the pasuk, Ki adam hu b'nefesh yichaper. When it comes to being makshir tumah, make food susceptible to tumah, so when it comes to an animal, it has to be dafka blood that comes out forcefully, the dam nefesh. But when it comes to human blood, which is considered liquid, it's dafka blood that comes out in a trickle, because it says dam chalalim. Says the Mishnah, we have a machlokes tanoim. If a person was over on me'ila b'safek, he used something from the Beis Hamikdash, but he's not sure if he used it or not. Chachamim say he's potter from a korban asham talui, because we learn Gzeir Shava mitzvahs from chatos. Just like chatos has to be something that's zdoinei kares, and then you do shigigosei chatos. Mi'ila is not zdoinei kares, or shigigosei chatos is not zdoinei kares, so therefore there is no korban mi'ila. Rabbi Akiva says you have to bring a korban asham talui if you use mi'ila b'safek. Just don't bring the money and the chaymesh to the Beis Hamikdash. Rabbi Tarfon says bring the money, bring a korban, and make it night. Say, if I was over b'safek, this should be my korban, this should be my money that I owe. If it's a vadai, this should be my korban, this should be my money. And if it's a safek, the money should be in a dava, it should go to Keitz HaMizbeach. Says Rabbi Akiva, I agree to Rabbi Tarfon if it's a very small amount. So this person has everything to gain. He brings one korban. In case we find out that he was over, he was vadai over, he's certainly over, then he doesn't have to bring another korban. So he just saved himself $1,500 or whatever korban cost. But if the person was over a tremendous amount, let's say his mi'ila, he took from Beis Hamikdash $1 million. So why should he bring $1 million today on the tzad safek? Maybe he doesn't owe it. And maybe if we find out later that he owes it, he's going to save $1,500. It doesn't make sense that he should spend today $1 million to save $1,500. But according to both, an asham vadai doesn't need yediyah b'tchila. You don't need to know for certain that you're over the very. That's why you can bring a korban and make a tanai. The Gemara comes out that according to everybody, ein gzeir shava l'mach. So once I learn gzeir shava, I have to learn all the halachas from A to B. I can't pick and choose. The Gemara also learns, everybody holds, that you can learn elyon v'tachton. I can learn a previous pasuk from a later pasuk. Rabbi Akiva learns v'im nefesh achas techda b'shgaga. The vav is ma'isiv that you learn mi'ila from asham talui. And therefore, that's where he learns that there's a chiyuv korban by safek mi'ila. What does he do with mitzvahs that Chacham learned before to exclude a korban? He learns from there that a korban asham tali you only bring On an Avera that typically you'd bring, Bavada, you'd bring a carbon kavua, one type of carbon. But anytime there's a carbon oil of yard, there's a scale, depending on how wealthy the person is, then you don't bring a carbon asham tali. Chacham learned from Tachtin Le'elyon that an asham tali must cost to sell it. The reason why they need a special limud for that is because I would think that one could say, wait a minute, if a person did a vade avera, he could bring a chatas, and the chatas could cost him a basdanka, nothing, however much it cost. So why, if a person was over besafik, should he bring a much more expensive carbon? Therefore, they have a special limud. Have a wonderful day.